Welcome, Hoosier fans, to this Wednesday edition of Banner Morning, your daily rundown of IU basketball news and notes. I'm Jared Morris, host of the Assembly Call, and we're now just 3 days away from IU Purdue. In rankings news, as you'd expect, Indiana's home loss to Nebraska sent the Hoosiers tumbling down the computer rankings. The Hoosiers, once ranked as high as 16th in KenPom prior to the Arkansas game, are now 32nd after suffering 3 straight defeats. Indiana's offensive efficiency is now 40th nationally. The defensive efficiency is 35th. In conference play, those numbers are worse. Indiana is 10th in offensive efficiency and 7th in defensive efficiency, although those rankings actually make the defense seem better than it's been. Indiana is in the lower cluster of Big Ten teams that have a negative scoring margin, with the Hoosiers being outscored by 4.3 points per 100 possessions. Not good. The KenPom number seems like a good median ranking for Indiana right now, as the Hoosiers are as high as 22nd in Jeff Sagarin's rankings and as low as 44th in Bart Torvik's. Now here are some thoughts from around the IU beat. Zach Osterman wrote about the difficult position IU fans are in, dedicated to maintaining the proud program's lofty standards while needing to be patient in allowing a new coach to work toward them. Quote, "There's absolutely no one telling you a home loss to Nebraska, particularly one like Monday's result, should be acceptable. And from the chorus of boos inside Assembly Hall, it wasn't. But not every result, good or bad, can be a referendum on a head coach's tenure, particularly when that head coach has been on the job roughly 21 and a half months. It's just not healthy." Unquote. Ben Ladner dissected how the stark contrast between Indiana and Nebraska's offensive spacing helped to create Monday night's mismatch. Quote, "Much of the value of bigs like Isaiah Roby and Isaac Copeland isn't just in whether they make their jumpers or not, but whether they take them at all. Indiana had to respect nearly every Cornhusker as a shooting threat, and that created space for Nebraska's playmakers to work. Indiana, meanwhile, found its alleys to the basket muddied by help defenders sagging off of non-shooters like Justin Smith or Zach McRoberts." Unquote. Ben and I also discussed this topic in yesterday's edition of Basketball 201 at assemblycall.com. Finally, Dustin Dopirak wrote a compelling feature for The Athletic about IU assistant Bruiser Flint. Quote, "Now in his second season with the Hoosiers, Flint has been given a chance to reboot his career in a place where he can expand his base of recruiting contacts, reconsider his schematic philosophies, and keep his name in the minds of athletic directors who will be looking for a head coach in the coming years. And for as long as he's in Bloomington, the Hoosiers get to benefit from the grit he brought from Philadelphia." Unquote. For the links mentioned in this edition of Banner Morning, visit assemblycall.com. And remember to use the URL iutickets.shop to visit SeatGeek for the best prices on IU basketball tickets. That's iutickets.shop, promo code ASSEMBLY for $10 off your first purchase. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new edition of Banner Morning. Until then, keep your elbows in and your eyes on the rim, and go Hoosiers.